All right, it's about to be 8 in the morning. I've been up since like 6:40. I'm about to head out to Legends, but but first I'm gonna make this quick video. It's just gonna be my squad day, and it was amazing compared to the last Legend squad day, and compared to the week before. The week before it was just my hip pain at Metroflex Marietta, but yeah, it was pretty. I felt amazing. Like every single warm up and every single weight felt light, even the top single. I worked up to 408, and my working sets were, what were they again? I don't even remember. They were like 341, 3 by 3. I honestly don't remember. Should have been that. I mean, it's gonna be in the video, and it'll for sure be on the screen right now, if it wasn't already. RPE. I wasn't even like, yeah. This was like an RPE day because everything felt like a freaking 7. Top single was probably like closer to an 8, but it felt like a 7. Like sometimes RPE can be a little subjective. That's why people hate it. It just felt really smooth. And the 375 before the 408, I'm taking bigger jumps now, so I'm still contemplating on meet day what kind of jumps I'm gonna be taking because I know for a fact I'm taking big jumps now. Like when I'm in the gym, all my jumps are pretty big except for bench. Bench, no. Like once it gets heavier, they're not so small, but once it gets heavier, they're like 11-pound jumps. Like the most I can do is 16.5 because that's it. My little chest can't handle it, and my back, I guess, because those are the most, the ones working the hardest. Obviously, leg drive, but you don't working your legs when you're doing bench. You're using them, but you don't get sore from your legs. So yeah, and then just lowering volume because I'm about to be 2 weeks out next week. So this week I'm back to the hip method, just doing one set and a drop set for the quads that I did after that, and I did the same thing for I don't even know if I did. I did the same thing for hamstrings for deadlifts. That's not in this video. And then chest and back, I think so. But I did shoulders yesterday. I did 2 sets on that because the shoulders are they're not worked as much. I only do them once a week compared to the other ones. I do them kind of. I bench squat, bench, deadlift, and bench twice a week for sure. So shoulders I did a little more, 2 sets and a drop set. Next week I'm still gonna lower the volume. I think shoulders I'm gonna keep the same, 2 sets and a drop set, but everything else will be 1 set and a drop set. I'm contemplating on doing some SBD. I said I wasn't going to, but I think the only SBD day is probably just going to be my second session next week. So I'm not going to do sumo. This is my last week of sumo, which I'm doing today, and pause squats right after this. I'm not going to do sumo next week, and I'm not going to do pause squats next week. I'm just going to do normal squat, bench, deadlift, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like I've been doing. Sunday squat, Monday deadlift, Tuesday bench. And then I'll wait till Friday. I usually do Thursday, but I'll wait till Friday, and I will do an SBD session. So I'm going to be there for a while. And it'll be kind of like opener weight, kind of. I'm gonna take meet week pretty easy. I do good when I go easy meet week, whether it's super deload or nothing at all. I've never competed with like taking a week off. I've never taken a week off before meet. It would be 8 days off. Yeah, about 8 days off if I were to do that. Next Friday to the Saturday after, which is meet day November 19th. So we'll see how it goes, and then the carbs will be 2 days after next Friday's session, November 12th, when I start eating them again. We'll see how I fit those in. So here's the recap. All right, here I am redeeming myself at Legends from my horrible last squat session where my hamstrings tightened up, and today was the complete opposite. I had like not much confidence at all going into squats and going into this meet, obviously. But after today, my hips, like right here, I'm really making sure my left hip feels like less clicky and really getting it like used to depth and holding, just pause squatting that bar, the bar, not so much with this, but really focusing on my left hip, honestly, opening up that side more. And this it felt like nothing. I know it's only 155, but it felt like nothing. As you can see right there in the back, Legends only has greens, reds, blacks, and whites. No yellows, no blues, and no little gray ones, silver ones. And that really makes my head hurt. But, that's why you're going to see some weird denominations on the bar, not by choice. That's why there's not a yellow on this. This felt like 221. I ended up working up to, well, you're going to see what I ended up working up to. But some bad things happened. There's always something going on with a good session that doesn't make it perfect. That makes it like some cons to that amazing session, which was today. My last warm up was 375, 342, which also felt so light. This was like the weight I was struggling with last time. I think it was 353. I ended up struggling with because I just couldn't take it anymore. My hamstrings, they were too sore. That rack was too high, and that was the problem with today. Right here, that's not what you're gonna see. I didn't put a clip on that side, so you can see it slide right there. I'm like, oh, the right side slid, so I gotta put that back. And I did, and it's already high as it is, but it wasn't too high. I was able to put it back up, so I put the clip on, whatever. And then I was already tired because I only rested like 2 minutes. Then I hit the rack twice right there really hard. That's where a combo rack comes into play. And my hands were really sweating and the bar rolled on my back really low. I was like, I really thought of dropping. I was like, let me just put it back. And by then it was already too low. So I got one side and it was like stuck under the left side. And that guy and girl just got there and he helped. And then I did the warm-up. It was really easy, 375. They all felt about the same, every single weight. And then that girl, I did one and she ran. I mean, I put it back safely, but you know, they were so concerned because I was like looking like a noob, and I didn't want to put it lower because that's too low, and then I have to squat it up just to get it out, and that's a workout like a half squat. So I just left it and I put some 22s under. That 408 single was super easy. We're 3 weeks out, so you know I can go a little crazier. Right there, he tipped it up, and then the right side went down that time. My left side was struggling, but now my right side went down, and then she put it back up. So enough of that. The working sets, I'm gonna show them all today. 342, it just felt too clean. 342, 3x2, really easy. I had 3x3 in me, but we're lowering the volume. See, I could put it back on, even though it's a little high. Those plates are actually kind of a burden on the floor, the greens, because they're right under where the bar goes, not before. So it doesn't really help to put it back, only to take it off. But what I wanted to really point out is how every rep looked the same. Usually my reps don't really look the same, I would say. I don't know, I haven't really checked every single warm-up, so I recorded everything, even the bar, warming up with the bar, just to check every single rep form and how identical they were, because all the reps should look the same in powerlifting once you got your form down. So I'm gonna show it normal, just every one rep and every last rep. So there's one rep, just the first rep right there of the 221 and of the 155. There you go, 309, and then 342. Yeah, 342, 375 after this. They pretty much look the same, and then I'm gonna show it in fast forwarded, just so I don't know, just to see the difference between the two. And then the 408. They look so like this guy's gonna drop it again. I didn't actually drop it, but I almost did. Okay, 342. Bam. Last set. That's the second rep. I'm showing this to show like when the form is, you know, breaking down the most, because the last rep, the hardest rep, even though it was pretty easy. So fast. I would say it all looks pretty clean compared to other days. So that was a really good squat day. And yeah, I mean, I didn't really do anything different. I mean, I did have a lemon water with sea salt. Maybe that made the difference and give me the extra boost, because salt helps your bloodstream. It gets the blood really going if you have that right before a workout. And I did sea salt. You know, I used to have like the nasty, like the salt, like that's not good for you. And I didn't really feel anything. But the sea salt, you know, I think that's the best option, especially for runners, because I do that when I run too. But, you know, it's similar to running. It's not identical, but it should give you the same. You're using your blood, you're using your muscles. Then did just lowering the volume. So just one set of pendulum squats and a drop set, back to like the HIIT method, just to lower the volume before meet week. And I'm going to do the same thing next week too. I did pendulum squat and leg extensions and then hip thrust machine. That thing was so shaky, the hip thrust machine, but like this gym is so amazing. This is the nicest pendulum squat I've been on. I've only been on 3, the Metroflex Marietta and Hawaiian Gardens in this one, but this one is for sure the best one. So stable. I feel safe on it with no weight. Like there was barely any weight on it to like, you know, to support me compared to the other one. And even with nothing on it, I know it wouldn't tip. It's not gonna tip over, but you just feel like it will. But that one, I didn't have any worries at all. So can't wait till I'm done with the meet so I can do some high volume bodybuilding as days, because I'm going to do that. Because I mean, going to Legends, you can't not do it. Look at that gym; it's so huge, so many things. Like it's so worth it. And oh yeah, I'll explain something about Legends, but I'll say it after this voiceover. That thing, see like how shaky it was. I just did 2 sets on this, no drop set, just 2 sets of 10, and then I put the weight higher on the second set. That's the first set, and that's it for my quad based workout. So that's the recap. Really not much to say. It was a great session. When it's good, there's nothing to say, because not so much, there wasn't really room for error, or there wasn't any error at all. You know, when it's bad, there's stuff to say on what I could have done better, but everything felt amazing, honestly. Like, I'm just so surprised how good it went. And I know 408, well, I had more than that. As you can see, I had a hard time racking that because I was like, it's either too, I already mentioned, it's too small or too high, that power rack for me. So I had 10 kilo plates. Like, I had stepped on them, but it was hard to put it back on because they're directly under the rack, like under the weight holders, not the rack, but directly under, so I couldn't step on them. I just like tiptoe on them in the front, not the middle, because then I really wouldn't get anything on, just let alone my left side. So other than that, it was a good day, and maybe today, I'm going to go today and next week for sure, because when it's heavy, that was more of a problem. As you can see in the warm-ups, I wasn't really struggling to re-rack it, but I may have to go lower on that power rack, power rack, or same thing, but I won't be going as heavy. But there will be pause squats, and I need to make sure to put chalk on my back, because that one with 375, my warm-up, my hands were sweating, and you know the clip wasn't on, so it slipped on, so I was tired, and I did it back like within 30 seconds, maybe a minute, so I was still tired, and my hands were really sweaty, and my back, the bar was just slipping. I almost dumped that bar. So besides that little mishap, it was a great session. I'm gonna be uploading deadlift tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Friday? Yeah, bench Friday and bench Saturday, and then take some days off. I think I'm gonna go Monday for. Oh no, I said Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, because if it was Monday, it'd be SBD. But I didn't want to do any SBD. I mean, I guess I could. I guess I'm still debating. I think I'm only gonna do the SBD the next Friday though, like I said. So we'll be back Sunday. Alright, so we'll be back tomorrow with the deadlift video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'm heading out to the gym. See you tomorrow.